Thank you for joining us again. History has a tremendous influence on the lives of women, and literature is what expresses that change. A Room in the Wood, written by KANG Sok-kyong, is a novel that portrays the mentality of Korean women during the period of rapid change in society. The novel is written through the eyes of intellectual Asian women.
A Room in the Woods is the story of two sisters. The main character is the younger sister, a college student who is the daughter of a wealthy family. She fights to preserve her place in a time of social reform, but later tragically takes her own life. She takes a leave from school without notifying her parents and struggles to search for her self-identity. Her older sister begins looking for her later in the story. And while looking back at their relationship, with her wedding ahead of her, the younger sister's behavior puts many thoughts in her head. The younger sister is misunderstood by her peers as a person on neither side of the fence who can't make up her mind. In a time when many students were fighting for the reformation of society, the main character searches for her own values and how she should fit them in with the values of the current society. The novel depicts another side of the lives of college students of the 80s, when almost all students were involved in the demonstrations against the government. The main character is caught in the dilemma of joining the mainstream of fighting for the change of society, but is mistaken by others of being skeptical about the whole matter.
제가 그때 이 작품 발표한 것이 86년도거든요. 근데 그때 80년도였는데 그때 한국상이 그때 군부 독재 시절이었습니다. 연일 데모가 일어났고 근데 과격한 시들이 많았죠. 근데 이 작품의 주인공이 비운동권 대학생인데 이제 그러니까 참여한 학생도 많았지만 이 주인공 같이 그러니까 비운동권으로서 굉장히 이렇게 죄의식을 느끼고 갈등하는 사람이 많았거든요. 그렇기 때문에 어떤 공감대를 얻었던 것 같습니다. 근데 그만큼 공감을 얻었던 반면에 또 운동권에서는 또 배격을 당했죠.
파쇼타도 민중해방. 우리들의 조국, 우리들의 사랑을 위하여.
정의가 강물처럼 넘치는 그날을 위하여. 내가 가는 길이 언제나 올바른 길이길.
The main character's troubles in the story received many responses from Korean intellectuals of the 1980s and has continued to create an understanding with readers up to now. Though times have changed, the effort in changing society and creating a new world still goes on. The conflict between responsibility and personal interest of society members of the generation are portrayed in the novel. That is one of the reasons KANG Sok-kyong's A Room in the Woods is said to be a novel ahead of its time.
The life of the female character in KANG Sok-kyong's A Room in the Wood might not solely be about the conflict with the current age, but also about the change of values due to the urbanization of the traditional rural communities. With the access of education, Asian women who lived obedient lives in the past crossed the line to another world.
The situation is the same for the sisters in the novel. They are college educated and wish to go out to discover the world, but are confronted with a society that will not change its traditional patriarchal system.
대체 왜 그래?
So they decide to hide in the comfort of their homes by becoming housewives rather than participating in changing the social system. To the sisters, society can only be accepted when it is stable and is able to offer comfort. The title, A Room in the Woods, symbolizes the generation trapped in that time. There is a small forest located in the city where people wish they could have their own place. But they must give up that dream and return to reality, which they cannot avoid nor compromise with. A room in the woods is a place located in the world of self-identity. In any generation, there are always people who wish to rest in such a place.
이 작품이 결국은 중산층에 포커스를 맞춰가지고 중산층이 그 뭔가 좀 부패하고 그리고 부당한 그 정권이 지배하는 세계 속에서 그리고 또 그 정권에 저항하는 그 반체제 운동이 아주 강렬한 그런 상황 속에서 중산층이 자기 정체성의 위기를 어떻게 겪어 나가는가 그런 걸 보여주는 작품이 아닌가라고 생각하거든요.
KANG Sok-kyong is a writer with an interesting history. She started writing novels as a young college student, dreaming to be a sculptor, when she became wrapped up in the change of society. With the novel A Room in the Woods, KANG Sok-kyong established herself as a serious writer, always anguishing over problems that trouble lives, and creating characters that search for salvation, who seem to represent the author herself, who lived through those hard times.
왜냐하면 서울이라는 데가 완전히 그 정치의 한가운데거든요. 그러니까 거기서 좀 벗어나면 한 발짝만 사실 벗어나도 조금 다르게 생각할 수 있는데 그 와중에서는 벗어나기가 힘들죠. 저 역시 그랬고요.
The main character in A Room in the Woods struggles to overcome the conflict between her self-identity and society, but eventually ends her life in suicide. She leaves a message to the people of the generation that confusion is not a privilege of youth, but a terrible punishment.
A Room in the Wood. This novel tells the story of the tragic lives of Asian women. The new generation is a new age where women, who take up half of the population of the world, should be taken seriously. And KANG Sok-kyong's novel acts as a door to this new world. Her work is in the words of farewell. For more information on KANG Sok-kyong, please log on to the following website. Thanks for being with us today. See you next time.